Oh, by the way, this is rushed because I'm going to camp in like a day, so don't expect any like too good of quality. Also, this is my first kind of like story time thing. So as I said in the title, in 4th and 5th grade, I had a friend who was spamming the N-word. He would always cut it off, but we all knew what he was saying. So at the time, I thought he was racist, but now I assume it's just that he was repeating what he heard from his dad and didn't really know it was wrong in a sense. Well, I did. Anyway, so I met this guy in 2nd grade talking about Minecraft for some reason, and we became really, like, close friends, best friends, something like that. In mid-4th, we started dating. Nothing changed in how we talked to each other, though, because we were already so close. Anyway, in 5th grade, he started saying this stuff. I think he might have been doing it in 4th, too, but I don't really remember. As much as I hate to say it, neither me or any of the others in the group really did anything. However, I didn't really like it too much. Funnily enough, halfway into our relationship, I became lesbian instead of bi. But I didn't tell him nor leave him, both because, one, we never changed at all in our relationship compared to our friendship, so there wasn't really any need to. And two, I knew full well it would destroy the friend group. Since I've been in it since 2nd grade, starting off as just me and him, I really didn't want it to end. Anyway, so there were these two twins, C and K. Not gonna use real names. C ended up bullying me a bit, but I don't care anymore. She's chill. She chill. So he made his usual saying it but cutting it off before he said it fully thing, and they both walked up and confronted him for it. They were both people of color, by the way. And as they should, pop off, you two. When the principal interrogated me and a friend, I regret this so much. We defended the guy. We stayed as neutral as we could, but still. Dude, I wish I told the principal that he most definitely meant to say it. But instead, I just stayed as neutral as possible, like saying what happened, but trying not to directly defend him, but still defending him. I do not remember why at all. Dude, I was a very biased kid, genuinely. He still got in some trouble a bit after when I told my mom. She was obviously pissed off. So she told his mom, and he just got grounded or something. The funny thing is, every time I came over to his house, he would always talk about how much he hated his mom every time she was mentioned. My mom and I recently theorized the reason why was because she didn't let any of his behavior slide. Because whenever I saw her, she was really nice to me. And since her and my mom are still close friends, whenever she comes over, she is still super nice. So, at some point, I was done. I was sick of it. And of course, I, at the time, thought he was actually racist, and I could never support that dude. As someone who's Jewish and gay, I need to stand up for my fellow minorities. At least that was my thought process at the time. I don't know, man. So I gave him an ultimatum. If he doesn't change his behavior within a week or so, I think that was what it was, and if he doesn't stop using that kind of language, I'm leaving him and the friend group. So of course I destroyed the entire thing. His best friend O was more on his side due to bias, but was pretty against it too, I think. Same with the other boys in the group, at the very least based on what I remember. I don't know, it's fuzzy. A guy named G, a newer student, was definitely very against it, but was hesitant on leaving the group and joining my new group thing. I think he didn't, but as it happened in late 5th, it didn't really matter that much. Me and my best friend to this day, A, was willing to leave the whole group and cut ties. So I think A didn't and is and was still friends, but, you know, I definitely cut ties. So I ended up doing so and got into a new friend group with me, A, C, and Z. So in 6th grade, A had a few class periods with him and told me he changed very little. At the very least, not saying it as much, but apparently he was still up to his usual behavior. I was actually good friends with him again at some point in early 6th grade, but I soon stopped and cut ties entirely. Anyway, that's my story. There's so much other dating drama in 4th and 5th grade, but I don't really remember. I don't know how we were up to so much drama in those years. Anyway, should I do other school stories? I have about 2 I could do off the top of my head. Goodbye, and please support me because I'm desperate and I'm going on a hiatus for 2 weeks, so I need some kind of stability. Shameless advertising. Anyway, Price Boys out.